Welcome back to the Karen Hunter Show. I'm filling in. It's your girl, Reese Herbert, filling in for Karen Hunter. I'm so used to saying, welcome. I got a show now. Okay. Y'all check me out on Saturdays on Urban View. I'm joined here with my girl. She's the founder of the Reframe Brain podcast and wellness community, Erica Savage. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, sis. So excited to be on with the Karen Rebels. Shout out to Professor Karen Hunter and her awesome production crew.
Yes. She has an amazing team. Shout out Karen Rebels and K Nubia, all of the wonderful Karen Hunter Galaxy land. We have been talking about some heavy stuff. We started all talking about Iran and Israel. I don't know what's popping off since we talked about it. So maybe y'all can call in and let me know. Then we talked about the No Kings protest, but we're going to switch it up a little bit because, we like a little variety here. And so we are joined by two distinguished gentlemen who are here to talk to us a little bit about their sports team. So let me give you a little bit of background before I bring them in. We are joined by Mr. Barry Glenn III, who is a majority owner of the G Sport Tri-City Rivergators, an engineering graduate of Florida A&M. He's responsible for overseeing strategic planning, financial oversight, executive leadership, brand marketing, direction, marketing partnerships, and community and government affairs. His leadership has positioned the Tri-City Rivergators as one of the most promising new teams in the AAL2 League by recently finishing third in the South Division regular season, preparing the team for its first ever playoff game in Batesville, Mississippi against the Mississippi Wolfpack on June 28th. And we're also joined by Brandon Glenn, who is general manager and co-owner of the G Sport Tri-City Rivergators and a second generation sports executive. Brandon oversees all the day-to-day football operations, from player acquisitions and coaching support to sponsorships, development, and community outreach, ensuring the Rivergators thrive both on and off field, and a mental wellness partner of the Reframe Brain. Welcome, gentlemen, Mr. Barry and Brandon, to the Karen Hunter Show. How y'all doing?
We're doing great. Thank you for having us.
Glad to be here.
Thank you for joining us. So I just read off a little bit of the bio, but what I think is so interesting, a little birdie told me, about both of you is that you have athletic careers, but if I'm not mistaken, they weren't in football, right? Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Well, mine wasn't directly in football. I played football, but I played baseball at FAMU.
Okay, you played baseball. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah. And Brandon played football and baseball and soccer.
Nice. So how did you go from your athletic background and more so baseball and other sports to owning a football team? I'll start with you, Mr. Barry.
Okay. So it was by chance. A friend of mine who played professional football, played in the CFL. He owned a couple of teams in arena teams. So he came to me one day. We were just talking, and I asked him. I said, "Well, how can I become an owner? I mean, I hear what you're saying. I want to be an owner.
You want to be the boss,
so, right?" So this was like 2023, and we put together the team. We had a raffle to try to get the name of the team, and just one day, it just popped in my head, Rivergators. And we took that and we developed it, and we started to put the team together. We started having tryouts and things of that nature. But the league that we were associated with started to kind of lose some of the teams that were supposed to be in it. So when we got down to the about a month and a half before we were supposed to start our season, I just kind of pulled the plug on it because I didn't want to go down a road and be unsuccessful.
Yeah.
And, just lose everything. So I regrouped and I just kind of backed up. But I got to give it to Brandon, because Brandon took that mantle that I just kind of left out there and took it to the next level. He told me, and it was something that just stuck in my heart. He said, "Dad, the reason that I stayed on top of this was because when we were trying to get the Rivergators off the ground, that was the most time that I spent with you in my adult life. Every weekend we were on the road going. And he said, when that stopped, I just could not let it go. So I found a way, and he found a way. And so when he came back to me, I said, let's go with it.
All right,
So
Mr. Next Level. Okay,
Yeah.
so what's this way? What happened? Okay, it was on a little struggle bus a little bit, and Pops was ready to walk away, but what happened? Let us know.
It was that, and it was guys, they was reaching out to me, you know, and they, you know, they had a dream too, and they believed just as much as we did. And something that my dad always instilled in me, you know, is walk by faith, not by sight, you know. And you know, us starting this together, you know, I wanted it to not just be us, but whoever we brought in too. So I started doing my homework, looking at what's best, basically learning everything I learned from the GMs that we was in the league before.
Okay.
And those guys were talking to us, and I just soaked up every single thing that they said. And thank you. And soaked up everything they said, and wrote down notes, took notes. I'm very studious, so took it under my own wing, and I found Huntsville. And Huntsville is a rising city, and I started tapping into with some of the semi-pro guys around there. Started, you know, kind of networking a little bit, and I found the Now Academy that's in Madison, Alabama. And the main thing in arena is to be a professional is have an arena. You have to have somewhere to play in order for it to be professional. So, you know, playing outside, and, you know, anybody can do that. But when you're inside the arena, you're bringing people in, you're giving the experience to them. So once I found the arena, it took me like 4 months to make a deal with these guys, and they finally cracked it. And I was really, really persistent.
Yeah.
So, so they, I've seen the emails, shoot, I sent some letters too in their mailbox, you know, just to let them know that, you know, they keep seeing Tri-City Rivergator, Tri-City Rivergator. So eventually the owner reached out to me. He's like, hey man, I got to see this guy's face. So we got on a Zoom call, and his name's Norbert. Me and Norbert talked for a long time, and he just he was amazed by how our journey became and how we're father-son duo at this. And he gave me $2,000 sponsorship for the facility. And they end up sponsoring us the whole season. And they enjoyed that, so they waiting for us to come back. They enjoyed the crowd, and we brought the energy. So when we got there, all the guys that I had before that I signed, and once the league kind of deteriorated, they stuck with me. They said, man, you get it started again, we back. I don't care where we at. I got guys flying in from California, Virginia, South Carolina, Louisiana, Mobile, Alabama. It didn't matter. They came, and I didn't want to disappoint. So, and I didn't want to disappoint my dad neither. So I just kind of upheld it.
Well, I think, you know, this is you guys own a sports team, but I think that this is a great lesson for anybody who's an aspiring entrepreneur. It takes networking, it takes mentorship, it takes persistence, it takes tapping into resources and pitching yourself and all these things. But let's talk about the fellas, okay? Because you have a team. And so you gave us a little bit of a clue as to they're coming in from all around the country to play for the team. One of the things, and I'll be honest, I'm a little biased in why I wanted to have a conversation with you guys, is because I wouldn't typically expect to see a partnership between a professional football team and a mental health, mental wellness provider like Erica Savage that you all have partnered with. And so it seems to me that, you know, there was a financial toll in terms of getting the business off the ground and getting everything in order, and yet you still invested in this partnership. Talk a little bit about why that part is part of your business model and having this team?
You want to take it on that or me?
I'll take it.
Okay.
So, the Rivergators is just not a football team and get guys on the field. We're an organization that care about human beings. And these guys are human beings. And they have issues. They have, and this is a violent sport. So, they have jobs, they have families and things like that. And they're making sacrifices. So we felt like having Erica, since she was so good at this, to come partner with us to give the guys an opportunity to talk about things that they normally wouldn't talk about to somebody else. And she has been absolutely immaculate. She's there every Thursday. Our guys love her. I mean, we get the majority of the team is on these calls. Some of them still at work and stuff like that. But having that portion of has made them, the players, be more appreciative of being on our team, because we let them know it's not just playing football. It's being an entrepreneur. We have another part of our company where we're actually training our guys how to be professionals when they get to the next level. Because when you get, sometimes when you get to the next level in football, you're making all this money. Nobody has invested in you, you know. And this is a development league. So our goal is to invest in our players and not just, on the field, but off the field, in the community. But also we're teaching them how to be entrepreneurs, how to utilize their Instagram accounts, how to be affiliate marketers, how to tap into, a lot of the things that's out there. But, having someone to come in and say, hey, 80% of what you do is mental. And Erica lays it out so well. I'll be taking notes and I'm like, yeah, I need this too. So, but yeah, she's been very instrumental to our success as well.
Yeah. Erica, talk a bit about working with these elite, high caliber athletes.
Well, you attract who you are. And I think when you talk about the Glenn name and when you talk about a Barry and a Brandon Glenn, you heard Brandon talk about how he picked up the torch because it was important to him on the heels of Father's Day, sharing this about his father. It was important for him to not only continue to spend that quality time with his father, but then to also foster something that was going to be helpful for the players as well, too. So that was critically important. And knowing that, I just want to mention that Brandon's a millennial, and you're talking about a millennial that's in his 30s that was sending snail mail, sending letters through the mail as a way to say that this is something that I believe in. I don't believe in it just for myself or for my father or for our families. I believe in this for the athletes and for the community writ large, that it is going to be something that will actually provide a blueprint for what it means to be a holistic player. So moving forward, the Reframe Brain's involvement in the Tri-City Rivergators holistic health and wellness has been really a blessing to us as well, because we have a goal. We had a goal because we met that goal now of working with athletes. And so really, really grateful, because not only are we having these weekly sessions, and they're also afforded digital cards to give them something tangible in their hands, something tangible to look at as well with regard to what's happening through their week, in a way, a tool to use that in a way to respond, reset their nervous system. But that they actually have their president and their GM and their coaching team that's on the calls with them as well. They have one-to-one sessions that they're able to book with me so that we can continue to have these conversations. So in the bye weeks and the weeks leading up to the playoffs, it's not just as Mr. Glenn said, Barry Glenn, that it's not that they're just seeing them as an instrument of success. They see them as a holistic human. And that is important to the ethos of the Reframe Brain. It was my pleasure to be, and it is my pleasure to be a part of this elite team.
Yeah. Brandon, this is June, which means that it's Men's Mental Health Month. Have you seen a performance improvement, mental health improvement around your players that you can attribute to the service that Erica's providing through the Reframe brand and your partnership?
Oh yeah. So we had a meeting, what is it, Tuesday? We had a meeting Monday night, and they was talking about Thursday night.
Oh yeah. Wow. Okay.
Meeting with Erica. And what the guys are starting to see is that, you know, we see them as more so like entrepreneurs, fathers, uncles, sons, and I'm that, and I want them to look at me not as a GM. They don't even call me GM, they call me coach all the time. And I'm
Oh
cool
yeah.
with, I'm cool with that,
Yeah.
And most of my guys that, even the guys that coming from out of town, they're like, hey, coach, what can I do to be better? What's the next step? What's the next level? And we
Yeah.
got a blueprint for them, not to just be a better football player, but be a better person, better father,
Yeah.
better son, better uncle, and
Mm-hmm.
they taking that back to their kids, and some of them they teachers, they're coaches in little league, so they're getting what I'm getting, and they're translating it back to their kids. So
Yeah.
that in itself is it put a smile on my face because I'm like, wow, I'm reaching people that I don't even see, and
Yeah.
also, I got guys that's coming in. They're like, "Hey, man, coach, you got a job for me or something like that, so I can be in the city." And it actually inspired me. Actually, today on my sister's birthday, I just started a medical courier business. I just got my DBA for it and everything today.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so yes,
Congratulations.
ma'am. So when these guys come in next off season and they need somewhere to work or something like that, I can contract those guys out and they'll feel comfortable having, hey, I got a job coming in Alabama and I'm coming from South Carolina, I'm coming from Louisiana, some coming from Mississippi, me providing that for them, it also gives their family a sense of security. Because I know
Yeah.
if I'm on the road and I'm playing football, my wife, she's gonna be like, "Well, you make some money, you need to bring some money back home."
Exactly. I ain't mad at wifey. She like, look, okay, that's cool, but we got some bills to pay. Well, before I let you guys go, I gotta hear about the experience. I've never been to an arena football game. So for people who aren't familiar with
Yeah.
arena football, what is a River Gators experience like for people who want to attend the games?
If I had to say it, it's like being inside of a drum.
Okay.
All right. So if you think about being inside a drum, it's compact, right? So every hit, every sound, every play call, it feels like you're actually on the field.
Yeah.
When you're in the stands, you kind of far off, you see the guys, but you're really up close and personal. You seen these guys getting hit up against that wall. And it's like, whoa, you think, they're gonna hit you, but the wall is pretty sturdy. So it's not gonna fall or anything. It might move a little bit, but it ain't gonna fall. And it just really bringing the experience right in your lap, And
Yeah.
when you watch it on YouTube or live, you can hear those guys right on the field because the cameras are on the field with the guys. So when they get that experience, it's gonna be, it's a family oriented feel too. They come in and we got stuff for the kids, got little
Yeah.
TikTok dances, we got a lot coming up in the next coming years. So we make it real close niche. I mean, you're inside of an arena, it's
Yeah.
kind of tight
Yeah.
anyway. So making that experience for those families and for the players watching, yeah, it's pretty tight niche.
Well, that sounds like my kind of experience. I'm gonna have to make it down there one day to come check y'all out.
Hey, I got you
How
some tickets. Don't worry about it.
okay, I'm gonna hold you to that. Okay. I'll
I
still
got
pay
you.
dog. I try to support the cause, you know what I'm saying? I just
That's
but
right.
you can upgrade my seats. That's it.
I got you. I
Uh
got you.
before you guys go, tell folks how they can be involved. This is an extraordinary organization, enterprise that you all have, and I'm sure people would love to partner in terms of sponsorship or attending or anything of that nature, how can folks find out more about supporting this family, Black owned, Black male owned, father son dynamic business?
I'll let you take that one, Dad.
Okay, so they can go to www.rivergatorsfootball.com. That's where our website. You can meet our players. You can learn about our team. You can see Erica on there. And you can see a lot of action shots of the team. And also, you can go to, we're now preparing what we call the Rivergators Mall. And the Rivergators Mall will be a place where you can go in there. We call one of the stores Entrecation. And it's a word with entrepreneur and education. Entrecation is where you can learn, find tools to become entrepreneurs. Like AI is big now, so we sell a lot of AI products for people, and then AI products that teach you how to do it. And then we have one G Sport Edutainment, and we call it Edutainment because we entertain and we educate at the same time through our entertainment. And most of our entertainment is faith-based. We do gospel rap. I'm one of the pioneers of gospel rap. I worked with Kid and Play back in the day. We started with a lot of gospel rap artists, and some of that stuff is there. And it's got some other interesting features to it where we show some videos that we did with Kid and Play back in the days. And also you have the bookstore where we have books, which are faith-based books, cooking, things like that, healthy foods. We have the wellness section where Erica's company is. And, we have a Rivergator, and we also have fashion. We have Rivergator sportswear, and we have G Sport shoes. We got some real tight shoes that we designed, and for men and women.
So it sounds like there is a lot of ways that people can support, whether it's the merchandise and they can learn. Obviously, you guys have a lot to offer. So rivergatorsfootball.com. You guys have a YouTube too, it sounds like, right, Brandon? Did I catch that?
Yes, we do. Go to Tri-City Rivergators Football on YouTube. Boom. Put it right on up. And on the Instagram is Tri-City Rivergator Football, all across the board, and Facebook. Also TikTok. Same thing.
And X.
Oh, and
X. Y'all still on X. Okay, I mad.
And we don't have many followers, but we're trying to get there.
Listen, hopefully people heard something that they are interested in connecting with you. I'm interested. I already follow y'all, but I think you have so much to offer and on so many different facets. And then before we go to break, Erica, and then we'll take calls on the other side of this break. I see you waiting, Hanif in Virginia. Tell folks how they can enlist your services in the same way that the Rivergators have.
Absolutely. So go to the Reframe Brain by Branding team. Just really refresh the page. So go to the reframebrain.com. You'll see Book Erica. Anywhere you go, wellness coaching, you go to Book Erica, you fill out that query, and someone from the team will be back with you.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Barry Glenn. And I could call you Coach Brandon Glenn. Thank you for being here on the Karen Hunter Show.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
All right,
y'all. We're going to head to a break. Taking calls 866-801-8255. More Karen Hunter Show. Be right back.